Hey there, and happy Thursday. Let me grab my iPad quick. I forgot to turn that on and get that ready to go. So I'm here a little bit earlier in the day with you guys because I kind of have a hot date tonight. There's a group of us that are going to go out for supper and a little cruise down in Okoboji. And so I'm excited for that. So probably look a little bit better than I normally do too for you guys. I should look just as good for you guys every day though, right? With that, I thought let's squeeze in a video. I wanted to do it yesterday, and as I was organizing my desk and office space, I'm like, this just isn't working, and I got called away several times, so it just didn't work out. So I'm glad to be able to do this. And today I'm bringing you a quick and easy card. Yesterday, if I did it, it was going to be the same card, quick and easy, and I love it. So it is using the Countryside Blossoms embossing folder. So if I hold it up close, and you can see the embossing folder, I'm going to show you where my inspiration came from as well, and that's a card that Stampin' Up! Themselves sent out to me with my Norway package, just kind of a little package to get us excited for the trip, and then they send a card as a congratulations note too, and I loved it so much. It just keeps kind of going from area to area in the house as it inspires me, and I just love looking at it. I changed up the color though, so let me get my camera turned around so that you can see it. I'm just going to keep going. I know there's not a lot of you joining in yet, but that's because it's a different time, and I did give a ton of notice, but watching replay seems to be where it's at for a lot of you anyway. So here is the card that I'm going to be making for you using that new color Azure Afternoon, and this is the card that Stampin' Up! Sent me. So this one's Poppy Parade, and kind of like a gold foil on there too. Hi there, Kim. And so Kim's probably thinking, this isn't Earth and Textures. I told her, I gave her a sneak peek. Earth and Textures bundle is going to be tomorrow, so tune in for that, because I already have an idea of what I'm going to be using. Sometimes I don't, but I do this time. Hi there, Joyce. So here's the difference between the two cards, but I think they're equally just as bright and cheery. And like, honestly, this little sentiment here, not sentiment, but image of flowers probably is what really put me over the edge to want to get the Just My Type stamp set. So from the annual catalog, that's on page 69 here, and you went, oh yeah, you just used a typewriter and that page and made a cute little high card last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And so, yeah, that's where that comes from. But it's actually these flowers there too that inspired me to get the stamp set. But I feel like this is one of those stamp sets, and I know Stampin' Up! Does this to us every once in a while, where they put in just all sorts of different images that in my mind don't always go together, but you can make a whole lot of different things with them. So I'm excited about that. So like I said, quick and easy today. Sometimes we just need that. And sometimes I think if I don't do quick and easy, I lose some of you, because sometimes you just want quick and easy only. And I also want to challenge those that have been stamping for a while with the fun folds and different things. So here, like I said, is a stamp set. It is a photo, oops, used to be that the backs were clear. It's photopolymer. And the little congratulations sentiment that is found here, just this little line from the ever popular Something Fancy stamp set that carried over from the mini into the annual catalog as well. So I'm just going to set those aside. And like I said, this new color, Azure Afternoon, I love the blue. Well, you guys know me, I love blue. And some people might say, well, how close is that though to the in color Tahitian Tide? So I kind of want to do a comparison, because in my mind, I was kind of thinking maybe they were similar. This is Tahitian Tide. This is Azure Afternoon. So there is a definite more blue tone to that than the Tahitian Tide being like more of a turquoisey tropical water feel. Hi there, Jen. Hi, Tabitha. So I like to compare when I can, just because sometimes you see things in the catalog, or depending on how they're filmed and such, you might go, those colors look like they're exact, but they're not. Okay. So we are doing Azure Afternoon today, this afternoon. Okay. I am just doing my card base like this, the normal way. And then I'm cutting this section here 3.75 by 5. And this embossing folder I've kind of had on my desk because I'm so excited once to make this card and for other projects too, but the Countryside Blossoms embossing folder has been in and out of stock because it's been so popular. It is currently out of stock, and if you know me, I try not to make videos with product that you currently can't get, but maybe write a note that it will be coming back the week of July 24th. This embossing folder is not 3D. It seems like a lot of them that I do use are 3D embossing folders, so it's a good time for me to teach you how I layer it. So I'm just using my regular platform number 1 here, and then I'm putting my cutting plate on, and then I'm going to load that piece of cardstock in there, and then I'm putting another cutting plate on there. So it's the same layering as if you were using a die. Well, actually, no, because you would have the shim. You would have the shim, so never fear. But if you have this, it'll show you right here. So you've got the cutting plate, or excuse me, the cutting pad, the 2 cutting plates, and then the regular embossing folder goes in between there. So that's what happens when it's not 3D. Like I said, sometimes I use so many 3D folders that I'm glad for instructions for myself to have that. But look how gorgeous that is. I just love it. And so it kind of has feel that can be like dressed up, casual, everything in between, depending on kind of what you want to use and send it for. And that can go right on top of my card base here, like so. And I've got that. And then what I'm going to do next, usually if you know me, it's stamp first and then punch out, but I kind of want to, because it's a photopolymer stamp set, do it a little bit reverse. I'm going to punch this out with my 2 3/8 inch circle here, and that is in the catalog. So I kind of wanted to make sure, knowing that that was a good fit for that, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't an online exclusive, because for a while there they had some circle punches and such. So I thought, well, if you're a visual learner like I am, then if I point out the circle punch from the Circle Sayings bundle, then you'll know, like some of you got this bundle already. You might go, I have that punch. So you're all set and don't need to add anything more new to your list of things to get. So now that this is punched out, I'm going to take my my stamping mat here, and I always get better images when I stamp my photopolymer stamp sets on there. I'm just going to ink up this cute image of the flowers, and I want to kind of put it towards the top because we need to squeeze that sentiment in there. So I've got that like so. And then the congratulations from the Something Fancy stamp set still has room right underneath there, like so. So we've got that all on there. And this one I trimmed pretty close. So even though it's not photopolymer, it was pretty easy to see just because there wasn't a lot of give to go off with, put it that way. All right, and now I'm going to do just a little bit of coloring, and sometimes I kind of zoom in when I'm coloring, but today my coloring is going to be so quick and easy, and no blending, even though I'm using Stampin' Blends. So the first color I'm using here is the Poppy Parade, the dark of the Poppy Parade, like so. And then the next flower over, I'm going to use the dark Daffodil Delight and just fill that in like so. And then the last one over on the edge is going to be the dark Azure Afternoon. I'm just gonna fill in those flower petals as well, just like so. And then the rest of these, it looks like I'm maybe skipping a couple, but they're more of just like greenery. So I decided to do just what Stampin' Up! Did and just kind of left them to be. Hi there, Barb. Hi, Linda. I'm catching more of you earlier today than I thought I would. And it's like sometimes varying my times when I go live does bring in different people groups depending on your schedule for the day and work and such. So now I'm going to pull in this strip. It's Poppy Parade, 3 1/4 inches by 1, And I like how Stampin' Up! Did like the gold foil. I almost thought about bringing in that new wild wheat color because I thought, ooh, that could be pretty with the azure afternoon and having a little piece of that. So I'm not saying that that's wrong, and I would have then just changed out that color to using the blends to color that in with wild wheat. So I thought, oh, sometimes if I like something else, I like to show you that too. But I decided to go with the Poppy Parade. And I'm going to punch the edges of that with my Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch. And with these punches, you can see you can punch them 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, or 1 inch. And then it doesn't matter the length because you just feed it in and then punch it and then turn it around and punch it the other way. So mine is going all the way on the top notch because it's the 1 inch. And so it'll just lay in whatever tray that you need it to be. And so now it kind of looks like a ticket punch. And whenever I think of like this one and the golden ticket, if anybody knows me, my family still to this day, my nickname is Willie. They all call me Willie because of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So like that was the first thing I noticed when I got this card from Stampin' Up! Was like, oh, it's a golden ticket for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I just recently found out that there's going to be a movie release at Christmas time. And I said to my husband, I said, oh my goodness, I know what I want to do around Christmas time. There's a movie coming out. And he's like, oh, which one? And I said, probably my favoriteest childhood movie that I had growing up. And he got it on the first try. He's like, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? I thought, oh my goodness, I was obsessed with that to the point that my family gave me that nickname and it has stuck with ever since. So little fun fact about that. So I'm not doing a golden ticket. I'm doing a Poppy Parade ticket for you guys with this one. Hi there, Jennifer. So I'm just going to flip this over and do some dimensionals on there. And with that too, with this card, if you are thinking like, because it says congratulations, if you're thinking wedding or shower or any kind of congratulatory thing, it'd be so easy to swap out the colors and make it coordinate with whatever event that you're going to as well. Which is why I love Stampin' Up! And all the color choices that there are. So now to excuse me, still have my cough going on. So now to decorate this, I'm getting out my opaque ovals, and these excuse me, are so cute. And I was almost debating about saving them for like Easter time because they almost look like tiny little Easter eggs because they're oval. Love the colors that they gave us. So I'm just going to take the largest of the ovals. So there's like 4 rows, and out of each row here, 2 are going to be large and 2 are going to be smaller. And I'm just going to put the larger on the top and bottom. And then on the bottom, I'm going to add the smaller one kind of just going up. So it's going to be, you know, color on color. But the other thing that I like is this, even though there's a pop-up, it's going to be about the same layer as this. So for those that are thinking about mailing it, it should go through just fine. So I like to let people know that too. So just kind of letting the simplicity today take over. And because congratulations can be about an event or a thing or an accomplishment, I'm just going to leave the inside kind of blank for you so that it can be used for anything that you want it to be. And so I'm just going to stamp this flower from the Just My Type stamp set here. That's another one of the images. And then I'm going to pick up my dark azure afternoon Stampin' Blend and just color that in. I thought about popping the center with, you know, the yellow or something, but I kind of, after I put it inside the card, I liked that it was left all blue to coordinate with the color of the card base. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on there. Like I said, that can be used for any kind of congratulatory occasion there. It's kind of fun how that blue flower then just coordinates totally with the inside of that card base like so. All right, let me get this flipped around. So as I was demonstrating, you could probably see that July host code. Right now, that's the only current host code that I have going on. So for those of you that ordered already this month, you'll be getting the card that Hey Chuck rooster card that I made earlier this week, and you'll get this one. And then tomorrow I'll be back live again showing you the earthen bundle. So for those that have ordered using my host code here, you'll get the 3 cards that I'm making this month. And then as the month goes on and I'm making more cards, you might get, if you order again, another 3-pack bundle. So I'm kind of varying what I'm sending out and such, but I've kind of promised those that have ordered already that you'll be getting the 3 that I'm working on this week, because some of you ordered specifically to get the rooster card already, and I love that. So I will be back again tomorrow afternoon then. So see you then. Have a good night. Bye-bye.